top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet.
Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great...
You see, it's two types of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Photo, Porsche, photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dublin Shamrocks. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Fields going to throw right away. And he finds Corey Davis. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. To throw again on second down. Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Fields. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back to the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes it at the 7. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd and inches, Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And some room to roam now. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he's going to go down again. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Guys, dig deep.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Fields now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They go play action with Willis. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Willis with another keeper. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll run the option left. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. KJ Hamler. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Shamrocks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have it. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Well, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Slot man moves right. On 2nd and 1, Willis. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And Willis keeping it himself on the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Malik Willis, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Shamrocks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. after the touchdown. Here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
On 1st down, Fields.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
The 40, 20, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 28-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. In motion comes the tight end left.
Off the option, here's Etienne.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. To minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Still 9 remaining on second down. Willis now off play action. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews from 19 yards away. And the Shamrocks are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Fields. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Here's Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. Finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too. Get going right here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
Play action. It's Fields. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Again, Fields. This will be caught inside the 10. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Fields. And he's got it. Touchdown! Dalton Schultz in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Fields trying to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Willis with another keeper. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Willis now off the play fake. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the slot man goes in motion left. A give, it's ETN off the option. And some room to maneuver. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to them.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Coming out of the locker room, they knew they were going to be on defense first, needed a stop. They got better than a stop. They got best-case scenario.
Yeah, that was talked about as an entire team. And, guys, we're coming out. Defense is going to start. Need you to pick things up for us. Go ahead and make a play. But what surprises me is they had the ball on offense with that type of a lead. They had to know they were going to come after him.
And now, with that pick six, makes this thing a whole lot more interesting. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker.
And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
From the 29, Fields. Buying time to his left.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Off play action, Fields.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Devontae Parker from 8 yards out.
And the Niners take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
49ers 24.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start with the option.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Play fake. Here's Willis.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
79 Broncos. Hurt. 19.
3rd down, it's Willis.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one goes for 24 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways They've gotten their receivers open so far. It's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Hurry, hurry!
Off the option, here's Etienne. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, Etienne once more. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job steadying the play before you have to try and defend it in the game.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Play action. Here's Willis. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big...
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Travis Etienne,
A 13-yard touchdown run.
and the Shamrocks have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Now it's Fields. He'll air this one out deep for Davis.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
One play action. Fields.
And he's got him in, Corey Davis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Throwing again is Fields.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Fields on 1st down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Back to throw. Fields.
And he comes back with one complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Throwing on 3rd down. Fields.
The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Jamal Agnew,
45 yards.
And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
They'll look to throw. And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
ETN up the middle.
The tackle by Eric Armstead. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Unlock right. Unlock flat. Alert. Alert. Bring it.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Able to go down to a knee, wrap this one up in the wild card round. Being at home, that certainly helped.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And think of it this way. If this is tennis, they held serve. They did what they were supposed to do. Won at home, rewarded their home crowd. They may have to go on the road the rest of the way, but they'll do it with some confidence.
Let's go. Reload.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.